to be a jewel in a lotus flower, unfolding is the highest art. Om Mani Hum Mani Padme Hum. 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 To be the jewel in the lotus flower, unfolding deep within my heart. To be a jewel in a lotus flower, unfolding is the highest art. Om Mani Hum Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Hum Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Hum Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Hum Mani Padme Hum.
Thank you, dear friends. Okay, and then how about song number 22? Song number 22, maybe new to someone, but we can sing together. And it's go like this. The mind is a clear blue sky. The mind is a clear blue sky. Then clouds come, clouds go. But the mind is a clear blue sky. That is the same thing for feelings, thoughts, problems, storms, even rain. Okay, Carmen. We will have a clear blue sky soon. Okay. The
mind is a clear blue sky. The mind is a clear blue sky. Clouds come, clouds go, but the mind is a clear blue sky. The mind is a clear blue sky. The mind is a clear blue sky. Feelings come, feelings go, but the mind is a clear blue sky. The mind is a clear blue sky. The mind is a clear blue sky. Thoughts come, thoughts go, but the mind is a clear blue sky. The mind is a clear blue sky. The mind is a clear blue sky. Problems come, problems go, but the mind is a clear blue sky. The mind is a clear blue sky. The mind is a clear blue sky. Storms come, storms go, but the mind is a clear blue sky.
Thank you, dear friends. How about, okay, what else, sister? What would you like to sing? You are the Buddha? 15. Oh, okay. How about number 15, dear friends? And you are a Buddha. And I think it also composed by Brother Chi Sing, one of our OI members also. So, let's go. You are a Buddha, and you are in my heart.
You are a part of me. You are a Buddha.
And it go like Dharma, Sangha, yeah. And then the last part is you are so beautiful and you are in my heart, okay? You are a Buddha.
You are a Buddha.
And you are in my heart.
And you are in my heart.
You are a part of me.
You are a part of me.
You are a Buddha.
You are a Buddha.
You are the Dharma.
You are the Dharma.
And you are in my heart.
And you are in my heart.
You are a part of me.
You are a part of me.
You are the Dharma.
You are the Dharma.
You are the Sangha.
You are the Sangha.
And you are in my heart.
And you are in my heart.
You are a part of me.
You are a part of me.
You are the Sangha.
You are the Sangha.
You are so beautiful.
You are so beautiful.
And you are in my heart.
And you are in my heart.
You are a part of me.
You are a part of me.
You are so beautiful.
You are so beautiful.
Okay, one more time. And when you can turn to your loved one, friends, on your side if you want to, okay? You are a Buddha.
You are a Buddha.
And you are in my heart.
And you are in my heart.
You are a part of me.
You are a part of me.
You are a Buddha.
You are a Buddha.
You are the Dharma.
You are the Dharma.
And you are in my heart.
And you are in my heart.
You are a part of me.
You are a part of me.
You are the Dharma.
You are the Dharma.
You are the Sangha.
You are the Sangha.
And you are in my heart.
And you are in my heart.
You are a part of me.
You are a part of me.
You are the Sangha.
You are the Sangha.
You are so beautiful.
You are so beautiful.
And you are in my heart.
And you are in my heart.
You are a part of me.
You are a part of me.
You are so beautiful.
You are so beautiful.
Thank you. We have a few minutes left, and let's find a couple more songs. 27? Okay, what is it? The 27. Oh, the river is flowing. The river is flowing. 27. Okay, mấy chị. Có nắm trong được không đây? The river is flowing, flowing and growing. The river is flowing back to the sea. Mother Earth, carry me, your child I will always be. Mother Earth, carry me back to the sea. The moon, she is waiting, waxing and waning. The moon, she is waiting for us to be free. Sister Moon, watch over me, your child I will always be. Sister Moon, watch over me until we are free. The
river is flowing, flowing and growing. The river is flowing back to the sea. Mother Earth, carry me, your child I will always be. Mother Earth, carry me back to the sea. The moon, she is waiting, waxing and waning. The moon, she is waiting for us to be free. Sister moon, watch over me, your child I will always be. Sister moon, watch over me until we are free.
So beautiful. Okay, any more requests? 19 first, 19. Oh, 19, we already sing it. So 8, 8. Okay, I am a cloud. Yes. I am a
cloud, I am the blue sky, I am a bird, spreading out its wings. I am a flower, I am the sunshine, I am the earth, receiving a seed. And I am free when my heart is open. Yes, I am free when my mind is clear. Oh dear brothers, oh dear sisters, let's walk together joyfully. And I am free when my heart is open. Yes, I am free when my mind is clear. Oh dear brothers, oh dear sisters, let's walk together joyfully.
One more time. I am a
cloud, I am the blue sky, I am a bird, spreading out its wings. I am a flower, I am the sunshine, I am the earth, receiving a seed. And I am free when my heart is open. Yes, I am free when my mind is clear. Oh dear brothers, oh dear sisters, let's walk together mindfully. And I am free when my heart is open. Yes, I am free when my mind is clear. Oh dear brothers, oh dear siblings, let's walk together joyfully.
Thank you, dear friend. That is our time. Thank you so much for singing. Thank you, Claire, and thank you, sister. And at this point, we invite the panel to come up and having a Q&A session. This morning, we will not have the chanting. So, Brown Nhật Địa wait for us to clear the stage, okay?
Good morning, everyone. Good morning, dear beloved Sangha. Good morning, Thai with us this morning. Like you see, we have 4 of us here. And of course, first of all, I would like to pass the microphone so they can introduce themselves for you. Some of them you already know, some you don't. Some you don't know me. So I will pass the microphone to my brother so they can introduce himself to you.
Good morning, dear Thai, dear Sangha. My name is Brother DC, Brother Dharma Choice. You can call me Brother DC. I'm living here at Blue Cliff. This is the 9th year. I have been here and I participate in every OI retreat at Blue Cliff Monastery. I really enjoy it. Thank you.
Good morning, dear siblings. My name is Mitchell Ratner, and I live in Maryland, 140 feet from the District of Columbia, and practice with the Stillwater Mindfulness Practice Center. And I had the absolute good fortune to meet Thai a long time ago, and I was ordained into the Order of Inner Being in 1993.
Dear Thai, dear beloved community, good morning. My name is Valerie Brown, True Sangha Power, she, her, hers, and I live in New Hope, Pennsylvania, the traditional lands of the Lenape Nation. I practice with a number of online sanghas, and I would say I'm probably most active these days with the North American Dharma Teacher Sangha Caretaking Council and on the Diversity, Equity, and Belonging Committee. I am also a member of the Religious Society of Friends, Quakers. I think that's it. Bowing out.
Dear beloved Sangha, my name is Brother Pháp Lạc, Dharma Happiness Ly Dị Mừng. I've been here quite long, but some of you don't see me. But I'm with you all the time. And again, I also benefit and really happy when see you here. This is the OI retreat. Some of you practiced really, really long time. They sit here like our elder brother and elder sisters. You know everything. Sometimes I ask myself, why I'm here? But anyway, there's the organizing team want us to be here, and we just be here. And please, if you love us here And please come and have a sip with us. We will have a chit-chat together. And again, if you have any question, please feel free to ask. And a good question is a benefit for all of us. And we all know the rule. We all know how to ask the question. I don't need to remind you. We save time for the question. So please come. If you come here, you sit here with us, you look down, you see it's many, many beautiful faces. Yeah, please come. And last but not least, please come, look at them, look at them, look at them. It's all smart people here, right? All of us, very smart. That's why we sit here. All of you. So enjoy the time together. So thank you.
Dear Thai, dear Sangha, the first thought that comes to my mind is my mother would be happy knowing I'm smart people. So thank you for including me. I am here as a second body. A Dharma brother, Hung Win, was registered to be here and wanted to ask this question. And so it was passed on to me to be his second body. And I also want to make sure that it's very clear to everyone that I am on board with everything and understand the question and feel that honored to have somebody write it for me and to read this. As an OI, and this is a long question, but not too long. As an OI member, I practice to understand rather than hate, even those who inflict suffering on others. My concern is about the overwhelming use of disinformation to manipulate people's thinking for the sake of personal power. We are seeing in the U.S. that different political views on justice, along with the use of manipulative disinformation, have caused many of us to either believe falsehoods or get confused about what constitutes true injustice. This has caused deep divisions in our family, our Sangha, and the whole country, risking the misdirection of right thinking and the misapplication of right action. What concrete actions or practices can our Mahasangha offer to help us discern truth from falsehood regarding injustice so we can embody right ethics and speak out with clarity and courage? I hope your answers to my question will provide guidance not only for me, but also for our Sangha siblings, so that as Thai's children, we can all act harmoniously as one body in addressing injustice in our country and the world. my Dharma brother, Sangha brother, Hong Win, wrote this. And did you hear his voice? Thank you.
Dear Thai, dear Sangha, dear Hung, I woke up with a panic dream this morning. Confused and complicated, but the heart of it was that I had flown somewhere for a medical appointment and was at some hotel and had forgotten the name of the doctor and the name of the clinic. And I was trying to figure it out as fast as I could, but it wasn't coming and I was panicking. And that's how I woke up. And as I sat with that, I realized that that was a response to a lot of the sharing I've had at this retreat about the topics that Hung raises and other topics, other sharings about what is happening now and how can we respond. And so I sat and explored that within myself. Oh, so I have particular sensitivities, some that I grew up Jewish, and that from the time I was 10 or 11 years so, I was seeing pictures of concentration camp survivors and being told about relatives who had passed, who had died in concentration camps or in the Ukraine and Poland. And I became an activist early, and in another long story, but in graduate school I decided to go to and understand Romania better, which was then a communist country. And I wrote a dissertation about education and occupation in a socialist society. And it was Romania then under communism was a pretty depressing place, physically, emotionally, spiritually. And later on I went on with my social science and did studies of social problems for various US government agencies. And so I'm concerned now. I mean, it reminds me of Germany in the 1930s. It reminds me of Romania. It reminds me of other difficult periods in human history. And I think my discussions here were just letting in how deeply concerned I am. I mean, at some level, it was, panic. Because I think so many of us are operating like it was last October and not this April. And so as I often do, I started writing about it and realized, so what can I do? What am I doing? And one of them is trying to practice deeply. I mean, we're very fortunate in having our practice and being able to calm and center when we're afraid, fearful, panicked, angry. I try to identify, name, and understand what's going on inside me. I try to identify, name, and understand what's going on in our country, in our world. I try to help other people understand themselves and what's going on in the world. I try to build community. I try to help where I can with those who are most affected by what's going on. About a week ago, I was asked to facilitate a memorial service for a woman who had worked at USAID for decades, was a leader in international women's health, and, unceremoniously, her whole unit, the whole agency was trashed. And this woman committed suicide. And I was facilitating her co-workers who wanted to both mourn her death and celebrate her life. And being from the Washington area, we have lots of people in our Sangha and friends who are hugely already affected by what is going on. So I try to do what I can. There were a number of us who went to the April 5th rallies. There was a group of us in the Washington area, including An Hung and Rachel and Camille and Han, who are here. And we walked together in silence, sat for a while. We were maybe 40 people among 100,000 people, but we were there. One of the battles now is the legal system, and I have supported, continue to support the Brennan Center for Justice, which is funding, which is representing a lot of the cases that are being done. I aspire to embody fierce compassion, which is unconditionally loving and powerfully motivating. And I was struggling to understand what comes next because I realized I didn't know. And then I remember Thai's story about let the Buddha walk. Do you know that story? And the backstory I heard, and if somebody knows better, please help me. The backstory I know was it all originated in Korea. And Thai was fantastically well known in Korea. They sold 1 million copies of his anger book. And so he was leading this walking meditation in Seoul, and it was about to start, but there was no way to walk. In front of him were photographers and newspaper people and people all just jammed in. And so there was no path forward. And that's where he came up with the idea of let the Buddha walk. And he just took a step forward and then another step forward. And somehow the path appeared. People moved aside. And so what's helped me, my insight for the day is, there's so much we all can do that comes out of our backgrounds, our talents. Some of it's, people here have talked about leading songs in protest groups or, working with people who are being hurt now and immigrant groups, etc. But I understood that not only let the Buddha walk, at this moment, let the Buddha show the way. That rather than panicking about something needs to be done, I don't know what it is, to take those next mindful steps. And the way will appear. And the way will appear for us collectively. Because it's a difficult situation now. Thank you very much.
Dear Thai, dear beautiful community, what a really powerful question and statement, really. Thank you. Like many people, and I suspect that we don't all hold exactly the same mindset about the question that you've asked. There is a lot of diversity of views, I suspect, in this hall, and I want to honor all of the diversity of views that are here. So concrete, as already been said, we are students of Zen Master. We have received specific instruction about how to be in these times of radical unhingedness. We are not without resources. So we only need to turn to the 14 mindfulness trainings, right? And they give us, they provide concrete instructions about how to be with this question. The first three in particular: freedom of thought, openness, non-attachment. Can you hear the spaciousness in that? Can you hear the complexity in that? Can you hear the invitational quality of that? So I would say to your friend, be open to many views. Take in many views. Welcome many views. Karajul was speaking to this with the work of Braver Angels. And I suspect that, I know for me, part of my work is to be able to take in and hear other people's views, to read other viewpoints, even if I don't particularly agree with another person's viewpoint. And implicit in your question is a practice that I've been offering myself and offering other people, and it's something that I do every single day, probably all day long. So I'd like to offer this practice. And that is to validate another person's point of view. Now, there's a distinction between validating another person's point of view and agreeing with the point of view. So when we validate another person's point of view, there's a quality of empathy, there's a quality of compassion, there's a quality of emotional attunement, there's a kind of synchronicity. I am connecting to this person's emotional state. That's called kindness, That's called love. That's love in action. And so I might have been speaking to people here, and someone might have said to me something or another, and I'll say, 100%, totally understand. And you could even go further. This is a little bit harder to do, but in addition to validating, saying something like, anyone in your situation, anyone who is experiencing what you're experiencing, who feels the way you do, would absolutely have that opinion. Again, this is spaciousness, it's acceptance, it's non-attachment to views, and it's showing kindness. So these are small kind of hidden curriculum in the 14 mindfulness training. It's the hidden curriculum, right? But we can practice this. These are the specific instructions from our teacher that we, and here we're, this is what this retreat is all about. The cultivating a mind and heart of bodhicitta. And these are the kinds of practices that help us to do that. And there are many, many more. I'll pause there. Really thank you for the question. Very beautiful question.
So dear Sangha, something like, we don't really, myself, I don't really answer the question if that question already gave an answer. We have two answers up here already. So of course, I have my point of views. I will ask permission if the panel here and you agree. I will share my point of view. And if you think that enough, I will pass this question. So do you want me to share my point of view, or you think that enough? Very briefly, 2 points, 2 things. First thing is everything happened because the condition sufficient that happened. It happened. That means when I contemplate myself in it, and I am a part of what happened. Some of you maybe say, I never vote for him, but your friend, they did. Your spouse, maybe they did. Our loved one, they did. That's why that happened. That means we also are part of that. If we look at their situation, we are a part of that. Let's contemplate that. They are our friends. They are us. I'm also the one to protest on the street. I'm also the one to fire more than 20,000 people. They lose their job. I'm also the one to stop many people. They try to come here to searching for freedom. It's all us. We are a part of that. I'm not separate. This is them. This is us. If we look deeply, we will see that. And what we do, what I do, I will stay here and practice and cultivate my peacefulness, my mindfulness with my brothers and sisters, with you when you come here. I will create a peaceful land, peaceful practice center. Whenever you need, you can come back here to take in refuge. That's what I'm going to do. And I am already did, and I will continue. And I know you out there try very hard. Work for everything you think is right. Do what you think is right. And whenever you feel tired, you need somewhere to take refuge, please remember us. We always welcome you here. Practice with us. Stay with us. And I often to remind myself, I don't want to trade my life. I don't want to trade my peacefulness, my happiness for someone only 4 years. My work, my practice, longer than that. My peacefulness, my happiness, my mindfulness is lasts longer than that. And they need us to cultivate that kind of environment. When they're tired, they can come back here. And we did that. And we continue to do that. That 2 points I would like to share my point of view. What the monk can do, what I can do to help whoever needs us. So thank you.
Dear respected Thai, dear teachers, dear community, I am also bringing a question forward from someone I don't know, but they left it in the bell. And I think it may be a question that others are holding. The question is, how can an introvert be more of a Sangha builder? Thank you.
Dear Thai, dear Sangha, I'm not a good Sangha builder, but I may answer this. Not a person that speak a lot can build a Sangha, but a real practitioner can build a Sangha. Introverts or the people socialize, the important that we need to practice mindfulness in order to generate the energy of mindfulness and happiness. in ourselves and around us, and the people feel that's close that person, feel really comfort and feel nourishing by happiness and peace, so they may like to close. And also we create that environment for the people to come. Maybe we don't speak a lot, but we may turn on the DVD of Thai. Okay, please come to see our teacher. He share about the art of communication. So if you have anything realized on that, you may come to listen with us. You don't need to speak a lot like me. Or you don't have to hang out with friends a lot in order to build a community. But we practice mindfulness and concentration, and you may have a wisdom come along with you, and you know how to build a sangha. Every year after the winter retreat, we go to Florida to enjoy a little bit, get some vitamin D. So we went to Key West. There is a group, they hang out together, they play a drum, or drum circle, They play drum. They enjoy play drum together. They are not a Buddhist practitioner. They are, just hang out together. But before they play drum, they sit together, and they really enjoy breathing in and breathing out for 3 breaths. And then they play drum. And after the play drum, they, also sit for quiet a little bit and also have some tea together and sharing. They don't say, I am a Sangha, I am a practitioner, but they practice mindfulness, mindful breathing, right? So, that's a couple I know from Key West. They practice like that. So, build a Sangha is something joyful. We need to create environment really joyful, because you are at home really stressed. Children, work, and environment sometimes really a lot of stressful at work, at the office, in the society. But you come to the Sangha and then you don't feel joy. How can you want to come to the Sangha? Like you come to Blue Cliff, but the brothers and sisters, we don't smile to you. When you say, hello, brothers, you just ignore and you go. That's not joyful, Sangha. So that's why Thai reminded us every morning, waking up this morning, I smile. The first thing, just smile. Nourish ourselves first. When you want to build a Sangha, you nourish yourself by the practice. Each day, waking up this morning, I smile. There are 24 brand new hours are before me. I vow to look deeply in each moment and look at beings with the eyes of compassion. Just nourish ourselves a little bit, day by day. And then you collect all the happiness and all of joy and make you a happy person and really peaceful person. And that's like the flower. You see the flower, like magnolia flowers in front of Sister Dining Hall, really blooming, beautiful. Everybody wants to see that. And the bees want to come, And the same thing like us. When we are a good practitioner, we nourish the practice by joy and happiness. And you smile all day long, and then some others will come to you. How can you do that? I want to learn from you. You say, just waking up and smile. Just by that. And also you practice mindful walking. Just walk from the office, the parking lot to the office, from the dining hall to living room. Just mindful of your walking. generate the energy of mindfulness by take each step and smile and realize that we are alive, we still can breathe in and out. We enjoy celebration our life and by our each step and by our each breath. So nourishing our joy and happiness by the practice, walking meditation, or sitting meditation, or waking up in the morning with the gatha. Like I just practice, listen to the bell. When brother invite the bell, I just come back to myself. I say, this is a wonderful sound of the bell. Bring me back to my true home. I breathe in and out 3 times. I nourish myself by the sound of the bell. And then I have full of joy, nourish my joy and happiness for whole day. So I can be a good Sangha builder. Just that, just practicing. In Vietnamese say thân giáo, it means, how to say in English? It's, body teacher. Okay. What's that? Oh, Dharma body teacher. Like just by the practicing. You practice is to teach people. You silence, but you practice. You generate the concentration and insight. That's you already tell to the people that that's practicing very good. You don't have to speak out. You don't have to share this or that. But yeah, you just come back to yourself and nourish yourself by practicing. And then naturally people can come and can feel that. And you can organize the talk by DVD, Dharma talk of Thai. I know some Sangha far away from the monastery. They come together and they enjoy tea and they turn on the DVD of Thai. They watch, they learn together and discussion together. So there are many DVD of Thai online, playlist online. That's the Thai always there. Thai is a good Sangha builder. We take refuge in him. So don't worry. Thank you so much.
And can you look? It's beautiful. Huh? Is that beautiful? Yeah. Thank you.
Good morning, dear friends, dear Sangha. It's a pleasure for me to be here. A little intimidating. I'm very self-aware of my accent, so if you don't understand, yes, I can repeat. My question is, we are in the middle of a social disruption, as we were talking earlier. And at the same time, we are in the middle of a technological revolution with the emergence of artificial intelligence. Some of you may have heard that everybody's talking about that. And some scientists are comparing it with the Industrial Revolution. Other scientists are even comparing it with the Agricultural Revolution. And I have been taking the time to understand a little bit more of it. And as any force, I think it can be used as a source of good, or it can be used as a source of not good. So my question is, what is your point of view in terms of the use of artificial intelligence? Because theoretically, it uses logic and it can use precepts like the ones we have or teachings. If we teach the things that are right in the world, the conclusions that it makes can also help potentially to share goodness in the world. And I've been very curious about to hear if any of you or the Order of Intervene have any point of view, any perspective about how to react to this force that is happening at the same time that we have this social unrest, and any point of view of how to use it to spread the teachings and love in the world. Thank you.
Dear Thai, dear community, what an interesting question. I had not thought about the use of artificial intelligence and the Dharma. So I'm contemplating that. What does that mean for our community, our society? I'm actually using like a baby artificial intelligence tool for note-taking. So this is very, this is very low scale. And I guess what's coming to me is, the teachings are really clear about breathing and going back to our breath. The breath is a practice for grounding ourselves, practicing with mindfulness, concentration, and insight. That these are practices that we have. I'm thinking about the trainings that we have, that they provide a lot of grounding and guidance. And I would simply say that the use of AI, that we really need to be careful and thoughtful about how we approach AI. I know that it can be, used for purposes that are not good. And so that brings to mind, of course, Thai's teaching on volition, on intention. And I think it's very, very important that we ask ourselves, what is my intention? And to allow, actually to cultivate an intention that's grounded in a heart and a mind of love. And this is a practice that I use on a daily basis. And I've told this story before, but it really began when I was in law school. So I went to law school at the time of the great civil rights leaders in the United States. I went to Howard University, a historically black college. And at this time, these amazing civil rights leaders passed through the law school. So virtually every week, we had these amazing people come to the school to give us instruction on how to be an advocate, how to be a lawyer, how to seek justice in the world. So people like Mrs. Rosa Parks, Andrew Young, James Baldwin, but the person who I was most touched by was Justice Thurgood Marshall. And we absolutely adored Justice Marshall. He was like a grandfather to us. I still remember his cheeks. They were just like so, puffed out. He was just this amazing figure for us. We knew Brown versus the Board of Education cold, and we just adored this man for his legacy and what he did and the struggles that he had. And every single time he came to class, he would always ask us the same question. Not, what is your intention in this case, in this reading, with this plaintiff, with this defendant? What is the quality of your intention? What is the quality? I've never forgotten that. And so we're talking about the use of AI, a technology that can be used for good, that can be used for evil, and for everything in between. I think we need to ask ourselves, what is the quality of our intention? And remember, to put into action this volition that springs from, a heart and a mind of love.
Anyone would like to come over here, please? Please save time. Please come and sit, get in line. We have many chairs here.
Dear Thai, dear Sangha, my question comes from an aspiration to practice radically inclusive, unconditional love. I have a friend, a cousin actually, who works in DEI somewhat subversively in music. And I understand that a lot of DEI programs are under attack right now in our society. So I'm wondering what I can do to try to intentionally, continue this practice and make our sanghas in our community as inclusive as possible, as equitable as possible. And I'm wondering if any of you have any ideas about what our growing edges might be right now, what we might be doing differently or better, or what we're forgetting or, yeah, not noticing. So I just wanted to ask that. Thank you.
We have the elder here. His name is Rachel. He will answer for you.
I just wanted to rephrase your question. Not everybody heard it, and so I just want to be clear we all understand it. And my understanding is you've been active in making music programs more inclusive, and you're concerned how to make our sanghas more diverse and inclusive, and how can we go about doing that? Is that about right? Or so help me. Help me get it right.
It is my aspiration to be as inclusive as possible in my practice, in my individual Sangha in Raleigh, but also in the larger OI community, especially right now when people need places of refuge. And it's my cousin who actually is the person who works in music and DEI.
Thank you for the clarification.
Hello. Sorry to wake you up if you are sleepy. My habit is speak loud to wake up the people. In the Buddhist tradition, there is a Buddhist youth for the people who practice follow the Buddhists. They wear the uniform and they gather every Sunday. You may see them in a temple like Huang Im Temple in Virginia or some other temple, Buddhist temple. And before that, he also concerned about, because when you say Buddhist youth, only for Buddhist people can come to practice. Only Buddhist tradition, right? So that's why he made a wake-up group for international. Everybody can come to practice. You are Christian, you are non-Buddhist one, you are Jewish, you are follow Muslim tradition, any kind of religion, you can come to practice, called Wake Up Group. So they go along with the Buddhist youth. The Buddhist youth community is still there, still practice. But the Wake Up organization also developed based from that. So they teach about true love, about how to live, called mindful living, right livelihood, and also wake-up movements all around the world. America, Canada, Italy, Germany, Thailand, Hong Kong, Australia, France, all around the world. The wake-up movement blooming everywhere for international. Everybody can come to practice. First, the young people, they little bit, they curious from that. They came, they practice, but later on they feel happy. This is their way, so they write a form. They receive the 5 mindfulness trainings, So they took the vow, 5 mindfulness training to practice. Some of them, they don't take all of 5. They take only 1. That is love speech and deep listening, the 4th of the 5 mindfulness trainings. They practice that first, and then next couple of years, they come back, they continue to take the other training. So when we build a Sangha, we don't have to share really religion in the Sangha. We may open, like in the first of the 14 mindfulness training, openness. We open our minds and our views, and to welcome all the people can come to practice. We just use mindfulness. Mindfulness, it doesn't say Buddhist one or Christian one, non-religion, right? We use mindfulness, mindful of drinking coffee, mindful of drinking a cup of tea, mindful of eating. We just share that so we can improve our quality of life. We can release the stress in our life. So we share that, how to drink a cup of tea with mindfulness. We may take a moment to pause that our thoughts run into the past or run into the future. We may just breathe in and out to take 3 breaths deeply, and we are aware that the cup of tea on our 2 hands is a wonder. Is happy that I am here with my cup of tea. And I am fully in the present moment with a cup of tea. Some people very far away from the countryside in Vietnam or in Africa, maybe they don't have a cup of tea or coffee. We just wake up from that moment. We enjoy the cup of tea fully with mindfulness. That's kind of nourishing our body and our mind with deep gratitude that we have a cup of tea in our 2 hands. That we share the practice, include the people, everybody. We don't need to say this is the teaching from Zen Master Thich Han, or this is the teaching of the Buddha. So we just share the mindfulness. So every year, our Sangha, Plum Village Sangha, we go to San Francisco to teach in a Salesforce company. So we share the practice of mindfulness with the business people. We share the practice of mindful drinking tea, mindful drinking coffee, and mindful walking meditation. So we include all the people, not kind of religions or political taking side. So that's why in the 10th of the 14 mindfulness training, protecting our Sangha or nourishing our Sangha, that say that we don't turn the Sangha into a political instrument. We use a Sangha like a place for everyone can come to take refuge, to practice, to nourish their compassion and their joy, their happiness. So a place, just let the Sangha be itself, be a Sangha, a practice place. Everyone can come to sit quietly, to enjoy brotherhood or sisterhood or siblinghood. So we don't bring a lot of different political things, or we take inside, okay, we support this, or we don't support that. And then we create divide in our Sangha, split in our Sangha. But we may include all of them. We are aware that the suffering is right there. But how can we embrace our suffering? First of all, we need to come back to recognize that the suffering is there, inside each of us and around the environment. First, we need to sit down and calm ourselves down by sitting meditation or walking meditation to generate the energy of mindfulness, to embrace ourselves and embrace the people out there suffering in our Sangha. And then, of course, we allow the people to share, but because the member in the Sangha already have full of mindfulness and compassion, so they have the full, power to embrace the person that he or she may have suffering by, the environment, social injustice, or the political things. She or may share, may speak out. We listen. We listen with a compassion. We listen without a judgment. We listen without discrimination. We listen with the eyes of compassion, of embracing, with the whole Sangha. Dear Sangha, please come back to ourselves and breathe in and out to calm ourselves down. And we listen to our member in the Sangha, can let him or her to share the suffering. Need to share. We all listening, and we listen with the purpose that allow that person to speak out, to share. After 10 or 15 minutes, that person will feel relief, feel that embrace it, and feel that included. We don't say, oh, this is Sangha, we just practice meditation. If you want to speak about the environment, social injustice, or political things, please step out. We don't say that. We say that please share whatever you feel right now. Please share with us. We are here for you. That's the first mantra. Thai, he made it. I am here for you, darling. I am here for you. So the Sangha, we are there for the member of the Sangha or the people come to the Sangha. We are embodied with the practice. Be there for the people to share. And we include all the people. So that's kind of inclusive. And the Sangha have the power to do that. Through 2,600 years, the practicing continue and will be continue. Because the Sangha, they practice by itself. That's called true Sangha. Practice mindfulness, concentration, and insight. So can open and welcome to all human beings, or even though the deer. You see the deer around here? They feel this good environment. The deer also come. Thank you so much.
Mitchell bowing in. I've been asked to read a question, but I also want to say something about the previous question. And there are sort of multiple truths here. And one is that as the brother had said, I found the monastic sangha and the lay sangha to be a place of safety and refuge where people can share from their hearts and express their vulnerabilities. And it's been wonderful. And for the 30 years I've been around, there's been mainly two groups. A Vietnamese community of monastics and lay people that is very strong, and in the lay community, a huge number of people that look a lot like this room, who are overwhelmingly white, educated, middle class and above. And there's been discussions about changing that for many years, but as I look around, I mean, it hasn't changed a lot. There's a few others, and just want to recognize some people who've really worked hard to make it different. And one of them is next to me, Sister Valerie, who's been a real leader in raising this issue of diversity, inclusion. How can people come and look around and see people who look like them? Kyra Jewell, who's sitting with us today. Maricela in Baltimore, who's a strong advocate. Sister Peace. We have gained a lot of knowledge over the years and a lot of insight, and been told about what a difficult it is, how hard it is for many people who are Hispanic, African American, BIPOC to feel comfortable in many of our sanghas. And just wanted to recognize what is and appreciate those who have worked hard to make it different. And the question is not all somewhat related. It's about the 8th mindfulness training, true community and communication. And the question is, what should I do if a sangha leader, instead of building a sangha, builds a group of allies who are submissive to her or him, I'll add they, them. Should I keep silent and learn to embrace him, her, or speak up the truth for others to be aware?
So thank you for the question reading. It's difficult to answer something like this while we don't understanding exactly what happened. To try something very simple. You can move to another sangha. why we have to fight with our Sangha. You need to get away from what you think and you ask yourself, am I sure I'm thinking like that? We always have time. I answer because in the monastic life, we facing something like that. We ask that person can move to another practice center. You need to contemplate, give you time to make sure what you're thinking is right. And I don't know much about our lay Sangha. In the beginning, I told you I'm a lazy monk. Really, I'm lazy. That's the first thing, a simple thing you need to do. The second thing is, if you want to stay, try to understand before you take action. When you really want to take action, you need to ask yourself, when I speak out, I speak with love, with understanding, or I speak out with hatred, I speak out with jealousy. Like I said, nothing simple. When you really don't understand, try to understand. Understand your leader and try to understand yourself. And if you cannot stay, and again, move, leave the Sangha. It's fine. The Sangha itself will take care of. You don't need to involve. All you need to do, you ask yourself, did I really practice? When I come to the Sangha, did the Sangha really help me in the practice? Did that Sangha really help me to cultivate my peacefulness, my happiness, my joyfulness? If not, leave. Exactly the same when the Buddha, he teach his disciple. If you come to that center, practice center, but that practice center didn't provide you the enlightenment, you can leave that. If that practice center gives you food to eat, gives you play to stay, but it don't provide any practicing, you get stuck in the practice. Even they ask you to stay, you have to bow and leave. Now, the decision is yours. Is that Sangha really helping you in the practice? That is my response to that question. I don't think I have a right person to answer for you because I'm not really understand your Sangha, the people, the member of your Sangha. So Thank you for your listening. Please have a seat. I believe this is the last question. If you have another or any question, you can ask your Dharma discussion leader, or you can ask your group in Dharma discussion group. So, thank you.
Hello, everyone. So I feel nervous because I had a spicy question. Or maybe it felt spicy, so we'll see. So I think in the spirit of something that Brother Phap Khoi talked about, he talked about this kind of urging for there to be more Dharma teachers. You know, and he, yeah, and that's something that has been on my mind a little bit, especially in the lay community. I know in the monastic community, it's 8 years, and whether you like it or not, this is what's happening, you know. But in the lay community, there's not really much clarity. You know, you can be, seems like you can be an OI for 15, 18, 20 years, be super engaged, be asked to lead retreats, be leading retreats. You can be all the things, but for some reason, maybe there's not a good advocate for this person, or perhaps for some reason there isn't, maybe they don't fit. I was talking to someone, he's been an OI for 15 years, and he has so much to offer. And I feel really just like inspired and impressed with what he's cultivated. You know, and I was talking to him, and I was, man, I said, you would be a great Dharma teacher. And he said, oh, they'd never have me, you know. And I think it's true. I don't think at this point they would have him. There's maybe a little too different, maybe not mindful manner enough, or something along those lines. And I think that's really needed, though, that there is diversity in even the way of being, and that diversity is also a very important Dharma offering. And so I guess I bring this question up, if we're not already working towards that goal of bringing in newness, bringing in new life and new energy, if that's not already something that's being worked on, what can we do, or what are we doing to bring new life and to bring a new energy in? Thank you.
Mitchell bowing in. Thank you, Austin. Complicated topic. So in the old days, one became a Dharma teacher because Thai knew you. And oftentimes it was just a short time. Some of you may know Larry Rosenberg, who Thai got to know just a little bit, and then said, would you like to be a Dharma teacher? And he became a Dharma teacher. And the community was very small back then. I'm thinking the 90s. And so Thai knew people who were active. And then both the monastic and the lay community started growing. And it was larger, it was harder for people to get to know Thai. It was harder for Thai to get to know people. So there was a sort of informal network of whisperers, of monastic and lay, who knew Thai, who were close to Thai, and he would ask them who they thought. And so there was this sort of informal system of people getting nominated who Thai didn't know, but people he trusted knew. All of this is very informal and not, there are a lot of causes and conditions that allowed one to be known by Thai and not to be known by Thai. And at some point, that people close to Thai started asking Dharma teachers they knew about who they thought, and the Dharma, and then this is in North America, and the Dharma teachers would talk about it and recommend some people. And then, I think it's 15 years ago, something called the Dharma Teacher Sangha was created, and that responsibility got turned over to a group called the True Continuation Committee. And it continues to be, well, that all the Dharma teachers in the United States are the sort of the new whisperers. And when 3 to 5 of them or more of them feel somebody is ripe, they make a recommendation to the committee, which, reviews the letters and the history and how long they've been practicing and their family life and whether they're in the middle of bitter struggles with other sanghas, this all happens. And the True Continuation Committee makes a recommendation to the Dharma Teacher Sangha CTC, which usually follows along. And then they make a recommendation to the Dharma Teacher Sangha of Plum Village, which then reviews them, sometimes raises questions or concerns, but usually agrees with it. And then, like this month ago, was it? I'm forgetting how many. There were 54 new transmissions. I think about half of those were from the lay Sangha. And to loop back to an earlier question, one of the groups that has been most active in nominating people is the BIPOC group and people in favor of diversity. So over the last 10 years, there's the number of non-white, non-Vietnamese Dharma teachers has mushroomed because it's important. Is it a wonderful system? Does it always capture everybody who could be a Dharma teacher? Absolutely not. It's sort of an improvised system, but but a pretty good one, I think. It's hard to, well, let me start back. Back in the old days, becoming an OI member was a big deal. And I remember going to the ordination of Wendy Johnson. And it was a huge celebration for her community. And Thai encouraged people who were OI members to teach. That was part of the portfolio. That was part of being a Dharma teacher. And then over the years, we've had this, in academia they call it about a diploma inflation, where what used to take a BA to do a job now takes a master's or PhD, not because they're any better, but it makes selection easier. And so, in the same way, we assume there are certain things Dharma teachers can do, but OI members can't do. But I don't think that's so true. I mean, there's hardly anything that a Dharma teacher, that an OI member can't do except call himself a Dharma teacher. I mean, but you can lead retreats, you can lead sanghas, you can speak out. I'll stop there, I guess. So it's not a perfect system. I think it's getting better. It's a lot of hard work. I mean, going through seriously, 20 applications a year, which is sort of what it is now. I used to be on that committee. I am not anymore. But if there is somebody, talk to a regional Dharma teacher, especially a Dharma teacher who knows them and they know. If they don't know any Dharma teachers, that's probably an issue right there. These days, with online and other ways, it's not, you should be able to find some Dharma teacher to create some sort of connection with, or go to a retreat, find a way to their retreats. I hope this helps. And I think there's a lot of people working hard to make it the best system they can. Mitchell, bowing out.
Just a short sharing. For me, a Dharma teacher or non-Dharma teacher is a practitioner. The same with monks and nuns. If we are bhikshu or bhikshuni or novices, we are the same to practice mindfulness. Like me and Brother Fablak, we receive the full ordination more than 20 years, but they call us, we are venerable, but we are just a monk to practice. Just practice mindfulness. However, we are Dharma teacher or non-Dharma teacher or OI or non-OI, OI aspirant, we cultivate mindfulness every day to practice in order to nourish our joy and happiness. That's just a form to call and to whenever we need, like today, suppose we have a formal meal, we sit like follow the year that we receive the lamb or the OI precepts, just a form, so we can recognize who are ordained first before us, so we can pay respect like to our brothers or to our sister, the elder one, the older one or the young one. We just to recognize that. But the essence of the Buddhist teaching is equally. Everybody have the Buddha nature. Everybody can be a Buddha. Everybody can be a happy person. So we just practice mindfulness, concentration, and insight in every moment. When the condition that's sufficient, we can be manifest as a Dharma teacher, or a bhikshu, or bhikshuni, or a novice. We will be ordained for 2 aspirants in Vesak, May 11. So we have 2 more novices coming. So when the condition is full, and then they will manifest. So, of course, we do with our love, and inclusiveness. And yeah, thank you.
As a community, we need a diverse group of Dharma teachers. We need queer Dharma teachers. We need trans Dharma teachers. We need differently abled Dharma teachers. We need neurodivergent Dharma teachers. We need white Dharma teachers. We need Latinx Dharma teachers. We need all kinds of people for this very beautiful world that is in great need of the practices that we have cultivated and we've inherited from our teacher. It's going to take many different kinds of people. I really appreciate the bravery of the question. It's kind of an unspoken, it's an undercurrent that I've often heard. How does a person become a Dharma teacher? It's such a mysterious process. And that's a legitimate point. Validation, 100%. So in introducing myself, I said that I am a member of the North American Dharma Teachers Sangha Caretaking Council. And one of my roles is to help select Dharma teachers. I'm also on the Harmony Committee and of the CTC. And so when a Dharma teacher has a bump in the road or a problem, we, on that committee, try to work with the Dharma teacher and with the Sangha to build a bridge. There is a great need for adjustment and reform to the selection of Dharma teachers. The process can be improved. Mitchell alluded to that. And we have been on the CTC working on your behalf to try to adjust that process, to look at it deeply. I also mentioned that I'm a member of the Diversity, Equity, Inclusion, and Belonging Committee of the CTC. One of the things that committee has done, it was formed in 2023. For the last year, we have been engaging in a listening circle. So some people in this room have participated in the listening circle. And so we've reached out to many, many people, Dharma teachers, BIPOC people, non-BIPOC people, people within the Sangha, people outside of the Sangha. And we've asked them, tell us, how do you create an inclusive Sangha? What are the practices that you have done, that you know in your own Sangha, that you have seen in your community that works? And we've gotten a lot of great information. And we're not done. We will continue to reach out, to listen, listen deeply. And our goal is to issue a report to the CTC with everything that we've heard. And the aim of this listening, this deep listening, is to create a more inclusive Sangha, just what has been talked about. So that is actively ongoing. And so I was just in Plum Village last month for the Great Ordination, and it was a true delight and an honor to bear witness to people who have studied and worked and given so much of their time and their energy and their life for our community. So we are not done. The process of Dharma teacher selection requires all of us, right? It requires some real deep looking and deep listening and open-mindedness. We need to ask ourselves, who is not here? Whose voice is not represented? And invite in those people, right? Because this is the strength of our community, is having as many voices, as many people who can really speak to the needs that is so pressing in our society today. So thank you.
So, dear Sangha, are you tired yet? We do. I will close this section, question and answer, by telling you a funny story, very briefly, quick, about a Dharma teacher. I have a chance to visit Toronto, and I have a chance to talk to one lady. If I remember right, she said when she 40 years old, she received 14 mindfulness training. And now, until now, she tried her best to attend whatever she can to help the Sangha. And I asked her, how old are you now? She said she's 80 years old now. She still no Dharma teacher. I told her, no, I told myself, I will tell her. I say, we can make exception for her to become a Dharma teacher. So when she passed away, she had a lamb on the altar. Is that funny? We are here, we try to understand each other. And again, I know, even I'm lazy, but I know out there you have a lot of things to do, a lot of things to work to keep the Sangha continuation. That's my appreciation. And again, I say we're all smart people here because I'm not trying to please you, because we all practice mindfulness. Mindfulness, that's Buddha mind. That's why we are smart people here. And I thank you. All the questions, I really appreciate that. And also, all the answer, we try to respond to you. We try our best. And we hope the time together, we build the brotherhood and sisterhood together. Just one a year. And thank you, everybody, to come here to practice with us. We are all the continuation of Thai. We will pass all the wisdom to the future. And we are doing that. We will doing that. So thank you very, very much. We will end with 3 sound the bell.